Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to this video, guys. My name is Liaquat. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. This is the dua series. If you guys like this series, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. I like you guys, and I hope you like my videos. Right, so let's crack on then. This series is dedicated to all of those people out there who really want to be able to maximize your connection with Allah. You want to read the right du'as. You want to be able to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what this series is for. Today's dua, inshallah, is Allahumma inni as'aluka al-huda wal-tuqa wal-afafa wal-ghina. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-huda wal-tuqa wal-afafa wal-ghina. The translation is, oh Allah, indeed I ask you for guidance and piety. So wa tuqa is piety, wa and afaf is chastity, wa and ghina is richness. Very clear, it's on the screen, guys. But what does the dua mean? Inshallah, I'll be explaining the dua in a bit. Let me break down the grammatical understanding of this dua for those of you guys who like grammar, and for the meaning I'll come back to that. Allahumma is munada, we've done this before. Inni is made up of harf mushabbaha bil fi'l, and it's also got the ana, which is I, right? So ism of inna, I, indeed I. As'alu, it means I ask. Yeah, so it's the fi'l mudari plus the fa'il ana, I ask, as'alu. Right, so this is straightforward. And then you got the ka over here. Right, so you got ka. Inni as'aluka. Ka is the first maf'ul bihi. So damir, first maf'ul bihi of as'alu. It's got two maf'ul bihis. Ka is the first one. Then huda and all of these other words are going to be ma'tuf and ma'tuf alayhi. So let's write that down then. So ma'tuf, well, it's going to be maf'ul bihi, but we'll write down ma'tuf first of all. Right, so we're going to first write down ma'tuf alayhi, and then we are going to connect all the ma'tufs together. So ma'tuf alayhi. Waw is ataf. Waw ataf. Waw ataf. So tuqa. Tuqa is the first ma'tuf. Al-afaf is the second ma'tuf. And ghina is the third ma'tuf. So you've got three ma'tufs there, and you've got one ma'tuf alayhi. So all three ma'tufs, put them together, they become connected to the ma'tuf alayhi. So ma'tuf plus the ma'tuf alayhi and become the second maf'ul bihi. And then the two maf'uls plus the fi'l and the fa'il become a jumla fi'liya khabariya. Put them all together. Jumla fi'liya khabariya, and that becomes the khabar of inna. And then ultimately all of this becomes jumla ismiya khabariya. Okay. Right, so this is the breakdown grammatical terms. If you guys want to know more about grammar, I've got a course called Quranic Arabic 17 lessons. And inshallah you can get to grips with how Arabic grammar works. Right, so let's look at the meaning of the dua. There's four parts of this dua that we need to be aware of. What are the four parts of this dua? So the first part of the dua we have is huda. Second is tuqa. Third is afaf. And fourth is ghina. What do these four significantly play in a human's life? So the first thing is, when as Muslims we are living our lives, we are lost. We are honestly lost, right? You know, the way we live our lives, the way we earn everything, we are just guessing of what is good for us, and then later on we find out it's bad for us. Allah gives us true absolute guidance. So that's why the first thing we ask Allah for is guidance. Just like in Surah Fatiha, we ask Allah to put us on the straight path. So we're asking Allah to show us, because we're blind, literally. Imagine there's a guy with a blindfold on. We are blind people, we're looking for the right path, we can't find it, and we're just like asking Allah to show us. The second is, once you've seen the right path, the second is applying the right path to your life. This requires a second important thing, which is known as taqwa or tuqa. Taqwa, as you guys might be familiar, is the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, applying it into your life, you know, making the rulings of Islam, staying away from bad stuff, doing all the things you're supposed to do on time. That is what taqwa is. Simple as that. So once you've attained taqwa, the problem with this is you can still fall into sin, right? So 24/7 you want taqwa, you can still fall. And one of the most deadliest sins that you can fall into which is a perpetual sin, a sin that will, like a whirlwind, will just suck you up, is the sin of being unchaste, being involved in fornication, being involved in flirting with others, extramarital relationships. All these things are things we want to protect ourselves. May Allah protect us. This is known as afaf. We want the afaf with the ain, afaf. So you're asking Allah to literally, oh Allah, protect me from, like a shield, from all these harms that are coming to me. And I can't see those harms, but you can see them. So you want a protection from the afaf. You want to ask Allah for afaf, rather, protection from the harms of fornication, and not get involved in it, and save you from the urges, and save you from, the fitna of all of these things. This is another powerful thing that Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam, Allah protected him, subhanallah. Such an amazing story this is. You can read it in Surah Yusuf. And the fourth thing that we ask for, because you can have guidance, you can have taqwa, you can have afaf, but what if you're poor and you depend upon other people throughout your life? You can't optimize your connection with Allah. You can't effectively worship Allah properly, the best level. This is what we want. We want ghina. We want richness. And that richness that we want is something which, subhanallah, is such a beautiful thing. When you have richness with Allah, when you have a beautiful connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can achieve so many amazing things, ya Allah. But you have to have this richness in your life. Look at Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam, look at Sayyidina Dawud salam. But you don't just want wealth, material richness. You want to be satisfied with what Allah has given you. You want to be content. That kind of richness is what you want. You don't want to feel as though you are, you don't have enough. You don't have this, you don't have that. And you're ungrateful to Allah. That's the fourth thing that we ask Allah for. We ask Allah for ghina. Subhanallah, look at this beautiful dua. Ya Allah. Al-huda, tuqa, afaf, ghina. May Allah give us all of this. Again, read this dua as much as you can. Learn this dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-huda, wa-tuqa, wal-afafa, wal-ghina. Oh Allah, I ask you guidance, piety, and chastity, and richness. Such a comprehensive dua. May Allah allow us to be able to reach this beautiful status. If you guys have benefited from this dua, if you've learned something, if you have any reflections, please leave them in the comments below. I really enjoy this dua. I love this dua. I like reading it a lot. Tell me when the best time you read this dua is as well. Thank you to all my patrons as well for supporting my channel. You guys are beautiful, wonderful people. You make all of this happen. After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are the ones who have supported me throughout. And basically, patrons are the ones who on a monthly basis help me to let this keep this channel running as well. So if any of you guys want to help me run this channel through Patreon or through PayPal, please check out the description below. Helps me a lot, honestly. These videos are free of charge for people to watch, learn the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's a sadaqah jariyah as well. So jazakumullah khair, guys. I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.